सेडेटिव हिप्नोटिक्स। चलो एक इंसान को समझ लेते हैं अपन। ये रहा वो इंसान, ओके। पर ये अभी खुश नहीं है। बेचारे बॉस ने इसको बहुत डांट दिया, आज क्या करे। अब बेचारा टेंशन में आ गया, ओके। ये बेचारा कुछ ज्यादा ही टेंशन में आ गया, अपने पास आता और बोलता, डॉक्टर साहब हमको नींद नहीं आ रही, हम क्या करें। अपन शांत दिमाग से सोचते और इसको कुछ ड्रग्स देते जिनको अपन सेडेटिव हिप्नोटिक्स बोलते हैं, ओके स्टूडेंट्स। जिससे कुछ टाइम बाद ये इंसान का स्ट्रेस कम हो जाता और इसको अच्छे से नींद भी आती और ये खुश हो जाता, ओके। मतलब ये बेसिकली ड्रग्स क्या करने वाले हैं। वो जो इंसान था ये इसको रिलैक्स करने वाले हैं, इसको मेंटली रिलैक्स करेंगे अपन, ओके। मीन्स मेंटल रिलैक्सेशन, ओके। मीन्स what we tell this term in our language is anxiolysis, okay guys। and what a hypnotics। पर देखा ये बोल रहा था कि इसको नींद नहीं आ रही, ये हिप्नोसिस उसको स्लीप को इंड्यूस करेंगे। मीन्स व्हाट आर दिस आर स्लीप इंड्यूसर्स, ओके। नाउ आई थिंक यू वुड नो। तो मेरे ख्याल से तुमको इस पर से इतना पता होगा ये सेडेटिव हिप्नोटिक्स है क्या। ये एंसियोलाइटिक्स है और स्लीप इंड्यूसर्स है, ओके। चलो मैं थोड़ा सा इनको इरेज करता, फिर मैं बताता। पहले सबसे पहले अपन पढ़ेंगे, मैं तुमको क्या क्या चीजें बताने वाला हूँ। नहीं तो तुम बोलेंगे मेरी तो पढ़ाते जा रहा मजा नहीं आ रहा, है ना। अरे तुमको बहुत मजा आएगा, अब देखो सिर्फ। सबसे पहले मैं तुमको बताया कि सेडेटिव हिप्नोटिक्स की डेफिनेशन है क्या। हिप्नोटिक्स है क्या मैंने बताया, these are anxiolytics and sleep inducers। फिर इसके बाद मैं बताऊंगा इसमें कौन कौन से ड्रग्स आते हैं। इनकी अपन के बारे में थोड़ा सा सीखेंगे, हाँ। क्योंकि इनके नाम लर्न करने में ज्यादा मजा नहीं आएगा, ठीक है। अपन की फार्माकोकाइनेटिक्स को देखेंगे। मैं इनकी फार्माकोकाइनेटिक्स पर से तुम इनके जो भी एमसीक्यूज आते हैं ना एग्जामिनेशन में, रिसेंट नीट एग्जामिनेशन के थ्रू, तुम इनको सॉल्व कर पाओगे। मैं इसके बाद इनके यूजेस बताऊंगा आप सबको, इसके बाद इसके साइड इफेक्ट्स, and we will learn about their some abuses, okay। These are sedative and hypnotic, this could induce the sleep, mean for these properties could be used by some abuser as well। I will tell you about that as well, okay। अरे मजा आने वाला टेंशन मतलब तुम सब। और आखिरी में और इसके बाद और कुछ पढ़ना है क्या। हाँ बहुत सी चीजें पढ़ना है आपको, यूजेस हो गए, साइड इफेक्ट हो गए, हाँ, और इनकी स्पेशल प्रॉपर्टीज, means it is drug of choices in special conditions, okay। सबसे पहले अपन देखेंगे इसमें कौन कौन से ड्रग्स आते हैं। means drugs coming under this sedative hypnotics। this is going to be a much interesting topic, students, don't get frightened about it, okay। drugs coming under it, first these are few classes, the drugs coming under it I will tell you later some in a few minutes, okay। first we will tell about GABA facilitators or GABA activity inducers, antagonist or agonist। means we are going to learn about GABA agonist, antagonist, and the third one is inverse agonist, okay। I think you had learned this agonist, antagonist, and inverse agonist term in the section of biochemistry. Okay. Now I will directly move on the what are drugs which could cause that property. Okay. Inverse agonist. I think you are able to see what are those I am writing. Okay. I know my handwriting is not too much good, but I will maximally try to let you explain everything and with much better manner. These are facilitators. Then secondary, I will tell you about Z compounds. These are special drugs. Third, I will tell you about melatonin agonist. Melatonin. I will tell you about in what matter melatonin acts normally in your CNS, and then I will tell you what are the melatonin agonists which will use in clinical aspects. Okay. and this is the normal peripherance of what I'm going to teach you. Now let's enter in each and every part and what are drugs involved in it. First I will tell you what are drugs which are involved in each every part, and then I will tell you about what are drugs which are involved in it, means what drugs which said compounds carry, what are drugs involved in antagonist, agonist, inverse agonist, and later out I will tell you its uses, classification under them, means antagonist involves some special drug, benzodiazepines, barbiturates. I will tell you about their classification, then uses, then everything. Okay, now let's begin to our journey. Okay, I will move wipe this out and then I will tell you about first agonistic part. Okay, और सभी चीजें अच्छे से बताऊंगा तुमको, तो रट्टाफाई करने की गरज नहीं. ओके, सबसे पहले अपन किस में, I would tell you about the way how they act. Means they benzodiazepines involve basically three types of drugs. Hmm? Means how three ways they could be metabolized. I will tell you the way they are metabolized, and from that basis you will be able to solve other MCQs which are present in other books like Govinda वगैरह. Hmm? Okay students, I told you they involve three types of drugs. Hmm? First is what? Type 1. Okay, type 1, type 2, and what? Type 3. I will tell you in what way they are metabolized. From this we will be able to solve MCQs. Okay, this type 1, hmm? It has got two phases of metabolism. First phase 1 is crossing through what? CUIP3A4 receptor, and phase 2 has driven by slow glucuronidation. Okay, are you getting? It's CUIP3A4. They are proper receptor present in intestine. Is a slow glucuronidation, which where it is done after liver glucuronidation. This type 2, it also has got phase 1 through, it also got phase 1 through CUIP3A4 receptor, same which is done in type 1, but in phase 2 here it has got a fast glucuronidation. Glucuronidation type 1 is this was so slow one, and in type 2 it is fast glucuronidation. Glucuronidation, same glucuronidation, but specialistic in type 3 it has got only one phase. It is phase 2, which is direct glucuronidation. Phase 2 direct or the same glucuronidation which is involved in type 1. Hmm? We'll tell it as direct glucuronidation. Okay, are you able to get it? Yes. Okay, from this we will solve some MCQs. Okay, can you tell me which will have the longest acting ability? Try to get it. Whether it is type 1, type 2, type 3. Try to get it. Which would have the longest acting ability? Yes, it's type 1. Your student, intelligent student, as it has got two phases and it has got a slow glucuronidation. Yes, it is the longest acting drug. Longest activity. And which will have the shortest activity? Try to get it. Yes, most of the students get confused between which will be, it is type 2 or type 3, but more priorly it is type 2. It is the slowest action. Okay, Mm, and it has intermediate action. Which now third MCQ, which drug would have minimum active metabolite and minimum toxicity, or which drug would have which drug could be much efficient if a patient have a liver failure, means he has got liver problems, and what kind of benzodiazepine we should have to pray for him. Try to get it. Hmm. Yes, it's type 3 one. Okay, why it's मेल, you will ask मेल भैया ये टाइप 3 क्यों ऐसा? तुम देखो इसमें इसमें सिर्फ एक ही फेस है, जितने कम फेस उतने कम एक्टिव मेटाबोलाइट, एंड हियर इट हैज गॉट नो एक्टिव मेटाबोलाइट, नो एक्टिव मेटाबोलाइट. Due to this, they are preferred in patients of liver failure. Liver failure patients में तो इनको यूज करते हैं टाइप 3 वाले. Now I will tell you what are drug involved in type 2, type 3 and type 2. Okay. Should I have to erase it? Yes? Okay. Are you getting me, students? If you want to note it down, you could pause that video in earlier minutes. It could be useful to you. Okay. Now, what are drugs involved in type 1? I told you these are longest acting drugs. Okay. The drugs involved in it, these are like diazepam, clorazepam, clorazepate, and what's the fourth one is chlorazepoxide. Okay. Yes, you have to rectify this name. You can't do anything with those things. I told you about this pharmacokinetics. It would be useful to, if you have wrote this name at once as well, it could be useful for you. Okay, chloroazepoxide. Now let's move on type 2. Okay, here drugs which have these are triazolam. Yes, triazolam, and what it is? Midazolam. This is an interesting name, right? Type 2, triazolam, midazolam. And drugs which we have in type 3. I think I should have to erase if you have in this space. Type 3 have these drugs are preferred in patients with liver cirrhosis or liver toxicity. Third is liver type 3. These involve what? Lorazepam, and tell me oxazepam, third, yes, telanzapam, yes. These are drugs involved in type 3. Okay. And another drug, yes, it also we have got a 4 drug here, is estazolam. These are drugs involved in type 1, type 2, type 3. Now I will tell you the uses of those benzodiazepines. Yes. Are you getting me, students? Yes. मिहिर भैया को बहुत बोर करता है, ऐसा तुमको लगता है? भैया बोर नहीं होता, मजा करो, अच्छे से सीखो, मजा आएगा. चलो अब मैं बताऊंगा तुमको यूजेस इन बेंजोडाइजेपिन्स के. इसमें बहुत बहुत बोर करता है क्या? अब क्या करें? चलो ठीक है, यूजेस की तरफ मूव होते हैं. ओके ओके. We have uses of the benzodiazepine. This could be used in antiepileptics. Here we have got drug of choices are what? Primarily diazepam. No, primarily lorazepam, and secondarily we have got diazepam. Secondarily we have got diazepam. Hmm? Also we have got some other drug here. Hmm. Yes, these are what? Clorazepam as well. Clorazepam. This is used in what? Juvenile myoclonic seizures. Also absence seizure. Absence seizures. And what is third one? It is in case of infantile spasm, clorazepam is a preferred one. Okay. Yes. Infantile spasm. Are you getting me, students? Okay. Let's move further. This first use, antiepileptic use. Then other drugs are also involved in it. These are what? Rectal diazepam. Yes, rectal diazepam. It is preferred or it is drug of choice in treatment and prophylaxis of what? Febrile seizures. It's a drug of choice in treatment and prophylaxis of febrile seizures. Now let's move on its secondary use. Okay. This is a primary use we have got in antiepileptic. No, primary use sedative hypnotics absolutely. Then secondarily we have got insomnia. Insomnia. Okay. What? How could we use those drugs in insomnia? Okay. Absolutely, it's a hypnotic, it's sleep inducer. If a person is not getting sleep, then we could use this in insomniacal cases. Okay. Okay. Now here drugs which we have. Drugs are yes, I think some of the students know triazolam and what? Telazepam. Telazepam. Okay. These are drugs which we use in triazolam and diazepam. Okay. Some other combination of drugs is also used. These are yes in acute respiratory seizures. Yes, acute or repetitive seizure. Here we use what? Midazolam and clobazam together. And more precisely as midazolam is type 2, it is the shortest acting benzodiazepine. Shortest acting benzodiazepine. Okay, midazolam and clobazam. Are you getting me, students? Yes. Okay. In acute respiratory seizures, this could be used. Now let's move to third use, which is try to get it. Yes, anxiety. As I told you, it is an anxiolytic drug. Then the third is what? In case of anxiety, we could use those benzodiazepines. Okay. First that we could use here is diazepam. Yes, lorazepam. Third, alprazolam. Yes, fourth is clorazepam. Clorazepam. Okay, students. Thus, few things I will tell you about this alprazolam. It is it is used in what स्ट्रेस रिलेटेड डिसऑर्डर सच है। चलो एक पेशेंट है, उसे कल एप्रेसिलर की सर्जरी है, ठीक है, तो फिर उसको पहले दिन थोड़ा सा एक्साइटेड भी रहेगी, वो थोड़ा डरा रहेगा, उसका वो डर कम करने के लिए अपन अल्प्राजोलम यूज करते हैं। इट इज गिवन इन एंजाइटी एसोसिएटेड विद डिप्रेशन। ओके, एंजाइटी एसोसिएटेड विद डिप्रेशन। ओके स्टूडेंट्स, आर यू गेटिंग मी? यस, is anxiety associated with depression. Generally, it is given a night before surgery. Okay. अगर कर सर्जरी आज रात को उसको ये अल्ट्रासोलम दे दो तो फिर अगले दिन उसका मन शांत रहेगा, ठीक है, नाइट बिफोर सर्जरी। ओके स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज what anxiety. Also, we have got some other uses of it as well. It is used in alcohol dependence. Guys are getting much interested in this topic. Yes, I know. Okay, let's move to its side effects. Benzodiazepines have got so many important side effects. Okay, students, let's move to first side effect, which is what? CNS. As this drug acts on central nervous system, then it has got first is CNS side effects or CNS suppression. CNS suppression. Okay, this involve ataxia, yes, ataxia, then anterograde what? Okay, anterograde amnesia, anterograde amnesia, and third is confusion sometimes. Okay students, okay, and some other side effects are this could cause paradoxical seizures as well sometimes. Means long term use of a particular benzodiazepine could cause paradoxical seizures as well. Paradoxical seizures. Seizures. Okay students, then another side effects of some particular drugs, it could be such drugs like diazepam. Yes, diazepam could cause coronary vasodilation. This property of diazepam could be used in case of hypertension as well. Vasodilation. And fourth drug here could be what? Florazepam. Yes, florazepam. This florazepam has a special. No, it's not a special. It's a side effect. It could cause nightmares. Yes, खराब सपने, रात्रि nightmares. चलो, अब इसका आखिरी साइड इफेक्ट इसका है जो ट्रांसफॉर्म ड्रग है ना, पता नहीं टाइप 2 बेंजोडाइजेपिन में ट्रांसफॉर्म देखा। ट्रांसफॉर्म इट कुड कॉज yes, it could cause behavioral abnormality as well. Behavioral abnormalities. This all we have got the side effects of benzodiazepines. Let's check some of its abuses. Okay. Abuses of benzodiazepines. Okay. Let's see abuses. Here it involves what? Flurazepam. The thing about one thing which I would tell about the flurazepam. Flurazepam is it is tasteless drug. This property leads to abuse. Most of the drug abuse use this drug with alcohol, and due to particular suspects, they prefer to use this in day trip Okay, they also called it as roofie. This is special name of the fluoride. Okay, let's move to next class. Okay, barbiturates. This all we have known about benzodiazepines. Classification, we have learned about type 1, type 2, type 3 benzodiazepines, drugs, their uses and side effect and its abuse. Okay. Now let's move students to barbiturates. Do you remember I had told you that GABA is only able to act on chloride ion channel. Okay. Here we have got the special characteristic of what barbiturates. Barbiturates. Okay. Yes, special characteristic of it. I will tell for about its specialness. Then I will tell you its classification. The drugs moment. If we have given barbiturates in high concentration, okay. If we have given barbiturates in high concentration, then it cause what? Then it is able to stimulate the chloride ion channel directly stimulate chloride ion channels. Chloride ion channels. This is the special characteristic of barbiturates. Okay, students. Then I will tell you about its classification. Okay, let's move. Should I remove this heading? Okay, I will remove this heading. Then you will be able to understand its classification much better. Okay, let's move. What I love is barbiturates. Barbiturates. What is classification? Its classification is based on duration of action. Means some drugs could act for a very short time, some drugs for a very long time. Okay, duration of time. Here we have classified it into three types. Okay, first one is what सबसे कम टाइम का एक्ट करता मीन्स अल्ट्रा शॉर्ट एक्टिंग ओके जैसे कि 11 प्रो मैक्स अल्ट्रा प्रो दिस अल्ट्रा शॉर्ट एक्टिंग ओके secondly we have got just short acting drugs yes okay last is long acting drug long acting barbiturates or okay now I will tell you which are drugs involved in it okay firstly we have got here which is thiopentone and also it has methyl oxidate okay then in short acting we have yes butobarbital then yes secobarbital and तीसरा है हाँ बताओ yes pentobarbital yes pentobarbital okay and here the pentobarbital is the most preferred drug in type 2 short acting barbiturates okay and long acting barbiturates have first what yes try to remember it yes methobarbital methobarbital or yes secondly phenobarbital okay guys are you waiting yes okay now these are drugs involved in the classification of barbiturates now I will tell you about their uses. Okay. Should I erase it? Okay. Okay, so now I will tell you about uses of particular acting drugs. Okay. First we have got short acting. Which here we have got thiopentone, yes, and the methotrexate. Okay. These are used in what? Yes, pre-anesthetic medication, and secondly we have its use of induction of anesthesia. Hmm. All are sedative and hypnotics. Induction of anesthesia. Secondly, we have got no. These are ultra short acting. Okay. Now we have short acting drugs. Just focus. So I'm sorry about it. It's a ultra short acting. Now we have got short acting drugs. Okay. These are used in in as pre-anesthetic medication. Pre-anesthetic medication. And third, we have got long-acting drugs. Okay. Long-acting drugs. This could be used. Okay. That remains yes. Anti-epileptics. Anti-epileptics. Okay. Now we have learned about one drug phenobarbital. Yes, do you remember? Now I will tell you some special use of phenobarbital. Are you getting my students? Yes, stay awake. Okay. We will enjoy this session in a very great manner. Okay, let's students move. I will tell you some special use. This phenobarbital, it is drug of choice. Okay, it is drug of choice. Yes, tell me, do you remember? It is drug of choice in neonatal seizures or seizures in neonates. This is an important use of phenobarbital. Okay. Now second use of it is drug of choice in Crigler-Najjar syndrome. And now let's move about side effect. Now let's move about the side effects of barbiturates. Okay. First side effect we have got here, yes, paradoxical seizures. Paradoxically, we are seeing this side effect with benzodiazepine as well, and now it's same with barbiturates as well. Okay, my students, let's check the secondary side effect. It is acute intermittent porphyria. As these barbiturates cause induction of porphyrins. Remember porphyrins? Yes. Porphyrins, which could cause acute intermittent porphyria. Remember, this point has been asked in recent NET examination. Porphyria. Okay. And third side effect we have got, which is what? Ganglionic blockade, which could cause hypotension. Okay, students. Ganglionic blockade. It causes ganglionic blockade, which causes what it will cause hypotension. It causes hypotension. Okay, students. Now I will tell you some points about toxicity of barbiturates. Okay. Should I do erase it out? Okay. Let's erase it out. Now I will tell you about toxicity. Toxicity of barbiturates is an important aspect of to learn. Okay, toxicity of barbiturate. Okay, now tell me, student, what drug we will use in case of toxicity of benzodiazepine? Yes, yes, I told you. Yes, you are right. It is clonazepam. No, it's an antagonist of what? GABA. Hmm, what was its name? Hmm? Romazenil. You remember? Yes. It is used in toxicity of benzodiazepine and Z compound, clonazepam. Now we have got barbiturate toxicity. Here what we will use, toxicity of barbiturates. Here what we will use, first the drug which we have here is picrotoxin. The drug which we have got here is picrotoxin. Secondly, we also use urine alkalization method. Okay, alkaline urine make that barbiturate ionized, which could make them easily to extract by techniques. Okay, urine alkalization. Okay, also sometimes this toxicity of barbiturate we could use. Okay, student, try to remember it. We could prevent hypotension due to it. Okay. Hmm. We could use to treat hypotension. Hmm? Okay, this is about toxicity of barbiturates. Now we will move to another kind of drug, which is Z compounds. Until now, we have learned about benzodiazepine classification, about their drug uses, and now we have learned about barbiturates drugs classification and what will they cause. Yes, try to remember it. The primary function is they will improve or increase the duration of opening of what chloride channel where the GABA is going to, and due to this they are also a GABA facilitator. Okay, now let's move on another class, which is what? Z compounds. What I had told you about Z compound? Yes, these are Z compounds where they act. Try to remember it. Yes, on alpha 1 receptor. They act on both alpha and alpha 2 receptor, but more specific we have to use its alpha 1 acting property. Okay, they are primarily used. Okay, they are drug of choice in, yes, insomnia. Now I will tell what are drugs involved in it. Okay, which drugs are we are learning in Z compound. First we have got, yes, Zaleplon. Zaleplon. Okay, it is the shortest acting Z compound. Yes, are you getting? Yes, the shortest acting Z compound. Okay, and due to this, it is drug of choice in sleep induction. जैसे कि वो जो अपन ने पहले इंसान देखे थे, हाँ याद है, उसको नींद नहीं आती, उसको अगर सिर्फ नींद ना आने की बीमारी होती तो फिर उस समय ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस अपन क्या देते हैं, ज़ैलेक्लॉन देते हैं उसे, एज इट इज शॉर्टेस्ट एक्टिंग and it will make that patient to sleep calmly. Okay, student. Now I will tell you about another drug involved in it. Okay, readiness. Okay. Now another drug which we have got here is, yes, zolpidem. Repeat it. Zolpidem. It has what? Intermittent activity. Intermittent activity means, yes, it has got intermittent action and it is generally used, yes, Short-term treatment of insomnia. Are you getting me, student? Yes. It is used in short-term treatment of insomnia. Okay. Is it visible? Okay. Now I will move on to the third lead compound, which is we have got zolpidem, zolpidem, and now third is escospleone. It is what esopiclone. Last, melatonin agonist. This is an important class which is used in as sedative and hypnotics. First, let me tell about in what with the melatonin acts. Consider a guy. Okay. Consider. Okay, I will change the pen. Consider a guy who is going to sleep. Okay. It's night time. He's going to sleep. Man, he has closed his eyes. Now this darkness around it, this stimulate is CNS. Yes, this CNS would be stimulated, which would release what? Melatonin. This melatonin would cause, yes, sleep induction in that guy. Means ultimately, what has made this melatonin to release is this darkness, and what is the source of this melatonin? CNS, and more particularly, yes, pineal gland. Then which gland in CNS would release this melatonin? Is this pineal gland. Okay, student. Now I will tell you what drugs are involved in this melatonin. Okay. Now I will tell you what are the drugs involved in it. Okay. Drugs involved in what as melatonin agonist. This first and most important drug is what? Ramelteon. It is an important melatonin agonist. Now I will tell you some points about it. Okay, it is given through oral route. I will tell you why it is given through oral route. And note, this drug has got a very high first pass metabolism, which makes its bioavailability of about 2%. तो बोलेंगे आप सब बोलोगे मीर इसकी तो बायोअवेलेबिलिटी बहुत कम है, but don't get astonished about it. This 2% is very much sufficient to induce sleep. Is sufficient to induce what? Sleep. That's what 2% of bioavailability. Okay, and special property of it has got less dependence. Okay, it has less dependence or withdrawal symptoms. Than benzodiazepines and barbiturates. We would prefer, if a person is getting very easily dependent to benzodiazepine and barbiturates, we could prefer ramelteon as it is a melatonin agonist. It would make him to sleep easily. Okay, student. Now I will tell you some other drugs involved in melatonin agonist. Should I erase? Okay, I'm going to erase it. Secondly, we have got here, yes, agomelatine. Okay, agomelatine. It is used in what major depression cases. Okay, major depression. Here we will use what? Agomelatine. Whereas the third drug we have here is yes, it is tacimelatin, agomelatine, and then we have got tacimelatin. And the important use of tacimelatin is it is used to maintain sleep-awake cycle in blind patient. Okay, in blind patient maintains their what? In blind patient, it maintains sleep-awake cycle. It is the important use of tacimelatin.